Welcome to the channel, everybody. In this video we are going to be rebuilding my 5.3 liter Lm7 V8, and I kind of made a big mistake when making the video. I put a microphone on this camera that didn't work, and I didn't know it didn't work, so there's no audio for the entire video. So I'm going to narrate. It's going to be fun, don't worry. But later in the video we do get audio back, so don't worry. First step was to get the engine mounted on the engine stand, and this was not that big of a deal. Here's actual footage of me vlogging without audio. I don't know what this stance is I'm doing here, but we're gonna roll with it. Engine mounts removed, AC bracket removed. Valve covers were next, and you can tell by the expression of my face exactly how bad the condition was. On the other side of the valve covers though, the valve train was alright. I mean, it was used, but it wasn't terrible in comparison. Obviously, all of this is going to be thrown away. Next up was the spark plugs. Don't want to forget that. Almost did, not gonna lie. After cleaning some grime away to get access to the bolts, it was time to remove the heads. And after we removed the heads, we were going to see exactly how bad the cylinders are. They're really bad. Like, atrocious. Like, really bad. This is what the valves on the head look like. Here's a look at the cylinder wall just to give you a reference exactly how bad it is. That's probably one of the worst cylinder walls I've ever seen. The other side, when we removed the head was much better. The pistons were in much better condition. Then it was time to get the lifters out. We were not successful at getting the lifters out right here, but later in the video I do get them all out. I just had to hit them out from the other side. Then it was time to take off the harmonic balancer, which wasn't too hard, but we had to use a really special tool called a 3-jaw puller, and that was fun. And it took a little while to do, hence the celebratory pose you see here. Here's some more footage of the cylinder wall I got whenever I was about to take off the timing cover, just to show you exactly how bad it is. The rust literally increased the size of the metal. Took off the timing cover, took off the oil pan. And look at this, when we took off the oil pan, there was a little clip of audio that returned, so check this out. Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah. Then we took off the oil pump, this is getting thrown away. Then we took off the timing chain, this is also getting thrown away, obviously. Took off the rear main seal, this was a little more difficult because the engine stand was in the way, it just took a little bit of time and patience. Then it was time to remove the pistons, and this would be challenging because the crank itself could not shift. And if you can't shift the crank, then you can't get to some of the bolts, and also the pistons were just so stuck in there that it took brute force to get them out. You can see here by how hard I'm hitting it in this clip, and no, this is not ideal. You don't want to do this, but if you have to do this, you have to do it. You can see here by how hard I'm hitting the piston in this clip, how stuck it was. I actually hit it so hard that I broke through the piston head. And yeah, it was bad. Here's the view of the piston whenever it was taken out. Yeah, like I said, that's not ideal. And now we're at the point of the video where I vlogged with audio, so this is the last you'll see of me. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I do apologize for messing up the audio on the video until this point. I used a new microphone, or new to me at least, and it didn't work out for me, so that is thrown away. But now we are going ahead and try to get these pistons off. And off camera, I did get this bearing off, and now I'm just trying to hammer out this piston. This is one of the most stuck ones, kind of like the one that was in there that we took forever to hammer out. There it is. So now I need to get the remaining lifters out. I need to be very, very, very careful though, because the wall that the lifters sit in, if you scratch it or anything like that, the whole block is screwed at that point. Now this last lifter is kind of significant because once we get this lifter out, that will be every inch of this engine disassembled and we will be done. Woohoo! And with that, that is a fully torn down Lm7 5.3 liter V8. I am so happy that it is done because that took a long time. It was like 3 days of just non-stop working all day. And so yeah, I'm glad that's done. As you see, the block is definitely in rough shape. No way around that. Okay guys, well the engine is now in the machine shop and they said that it looks pretty good. They're gonna pressure test it, make sure everything's fine. I have pistons on order, I have rods on order, gaskets, piston ring bearings, main engine bearings, rod bearings. Did I say piston ring bearings? I just meant piston ring. Yeah, so they can't really bore out the engine until I get that there. So it'll probably be a good like week or two until we get the engine back. But we're not even going to recognize it. It is going to look super, super good. Watch out for that video coming of actually getting the engine back from the machine shop. I'm pretty excited for it. Thank you guys for watching the video of disassembling the engine. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel and just stopping in, consider subscribing. We got a lot of cool content. If you haven't ever seen my channel, go ahead and check out some of the other videos. We have this 240SX build. We have the Titan XD build, which you guys can't see, but it's right over there. Yeah, we do a lot of fun stuff. So with that being said, thanks for stopping in the channel. Go and subscribe, hit the notification bell, browse the rest of the videos, and have it out.